Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna talk about the Pantheon matchup. Before getting introduced into the matchup, I wanted to bring like 10 points that you need to know about the matchup, just to give you an idea like how it works or whatever. Okay, so let's get into the matchup and watch it closely. Okay, so the most common thing in this matchup is to start E and shield as much Q as you can. You can shield every 2 Qs, which means that you will need to hide in a bush or to fall back when your E is down, and you can go forward once it's back up. So normally Pantheon should get the level 2 before you. Reminder that you get level 2 after 7 minion, which is 1 wave and one more minion. So when he gets level 2, you want to fall back and let him push, because if you stay near, you will just get your butthole destroyed. So this is what the early game against Pantheon should look like. You are on the tower and you just want to farm as much CS as you can, and you want to wait for your shield to come back to shield as much Q as possible. And if you have to, then you won't last it some minions, because it is not worth to get like 40 gold but lose all of your HP. That could probably lead to you losing the lane. At some point, Pantheon should fall out of mana because he spams a lot of spells and his mana is not unlimited. So when he doesn't have mana, you just want to strike back unless you are too low HP to fight. But basically, without mana, he cannot really fight you, so you can actually kill him or force his flash. Unfortunately, on this clip, I could not kill him because he just ran away. But that allowed me to shove the lane and back safely. I shoved the lane because I didn't want to TP back in lane, because I could just walk back into the lane and use my TP later to make profit of the TP advantage I have over him. I always get a class armor at my first recall because I want to negate the lethality given by the Ceratator that Pantheon will buy. Obviously I get damage after the clef armor because I have potential to kill him, but the clef armor will just help me to tank a bit more of his damage. So I recently went back to lane, but as soon as I went back to lane I messed up and took too many free damage. So now Pantheon is bullying the fuck out of me. But as I said earlier, I kept my TP to make profit of the advantage. Whether it is to TP bot or to roam bot to TP back top, your TP will always be useful, and in this case it will help me to just get back in lane full HP with the item advantage when Pantheon does not have all of his HP and mana. Be careful though, because even if he is behind, Pantheon still can kill you in 1v1, especially if you underestimate the champion. So you really need to keep playing safe unless you are really fed. But in this case I still play safe and wait for an opportunity to kill him, and it will happen. In the clip that you will see, I will go on him because he used two cooldowns, the Q and the E. Even if the cooldowns are pretty low, that gives me a room in which I can try to strike back. On top of that, my tower proc is passive, so that gives me even more opportunity to have a good trade. Actually, the opportunity was really good, but I fucked up. Like, I don't know, I kinda lost control of my mouse. You will see that I panic a lot, and I cancel a lot of auto attacks, and that's really not clean at all. That's really awful to watch, but that still worked because I took the trade when I had to. Something that you need to know is that you can actually cancel Pantheon's W by using your first Q in time. His W is the stun, and if you predict it correctly, you can cancel his jump so you won't get stunned and you can just go away. Okay, so before getting into the runes and the items that you wanna pick against him, I'm just gonna make a quick summary of the matchup. If your team is winning, you don't need to try to kill him. Honestly, all you need to do is to hold the lane and don't feed. Then if he tries to roam, then you just want to shove the lane and to spam ping SS so your team knows that Pantheon might actually come. You can also level up your E level 2 when you get level 4, so you have less cooldown on it and you can spam it a little bit more. His passive gives him a shield that blocks the next basic attack from tower, minion or champion. He gets it every time he uses 4 auto attacks or spells, or when he uses his W on you. Pantheon is a lane bully, so it's normal if you have to sacrifice a lot of CS and if you end up like 20 CS behind. Pantheon have no sustain, so if you can manage to proc electrocute on him whenever you can without him being able to fight you back, then this is perfect. Because as I said, he doesn't have sustain, so if you can lower his HP little by little, then you will somehow be able to kill him. The last thing is that he will crit on your face if you are low HP, because the passive on his E allows him to critical strike on low HP people. So when it comes to the Keystone, I would recommend you to go for Electrocute if you want to go for an offensive playstyle.